Slice is a company that's been in operation for about 5 years, and we do architectural illustration and animation and rendering of architectural buildings and concepts. Sam Slicer and myself have been working in the area for over 10 years. We're both architectural graduates, and we've both had a strong interest in architectural concept and ideas and the way it's applied into a 3D world. When the entries came in, there was 130 of them. We obviously went through them all, and we actually were pretty diligent running through them all and trying to find initially trying to find themes, I guess, and trying to find concepts that would run together in some sort of sense of narrative, and found that pretty much that there was a lot of disparate responses, and given that it was a fairly concrete, I guess, a futurist theme, you might have thought that, you know, maybe it was going to be spaceships and moon landings, or maybe it was going to be that. But no, what we found, there was quite an esoteric sort of randomised feel to a lot of the work that was coming out. And part of the competition criteria was that they had to provide a 3D model. So that meant it had to have a 3D solidity, I guess, at least to some extent, a 3D component to the concept in the first place. So having taken that into account, if that's a criteria of selection or entry, then we understood that we had to think about, you know, how those geometries could be used as a narrative form or as a connecting form. Given the abstract nature of much of it, that, you know, you basically have to read the words to know what they are, then really it was about form making to spark the reading, I guess, of the brochures and the catalogue and those sorts of things. I remember one interview, someone asking, don't you find this all very pessimistic? You know, and most of those things are talking about solutions. So even, say for example, Saturation City, their concept was about a completely inundated Melbourne, and yet they were talking about preservation of, or heritage issues related to inundation. And I guess what we'd hoped to bring out of it was this much more of a sense of hope out of it, which is interesting. The desert example I give is called City of Hope. But the point I'm making is that I felt that it wasn't so much solutions, but it was an idea that these things can be a thing of beauty. You know? It also, given the fantastical nature of a lot of it, felt that for a non-architectural audience, they would also pull something out. Why are there jellyfish underwater? And why is the Melbourne underwater? Maybe that would then, you know, spark an interest in, I guess, urban concept with them as well. One person told me it was just a bit of a soundbite out of each project, and great, if all we've done is make people then take the soundbite and read more about it, then we've done our job.